And worked up. Okay, first and foremost, we'll start by saying Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
All praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Double honor to Apostles Nels Great Moonstone. Let's pick it up a little bit. Okay, come. Hey, so we're gonna go into the lesson. Just on being a new man. So we're willing to be edifying to the elect. How about you now, Shai? How about you, God's brother come? To all sister listeners who may hear this.
This is First Peter 1:22. Seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfeigned love of the brethren, see that ye love one another with a pure heart fervently, being born again, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the word of Yahweh, which liveth and abideth forever. So it says we gotta have love for the brethren unfervently, and it says, and that's how we're born again. Because when you look at the how we was in the world, we was taught somebody turn on you once, cut them off, or basically being unmerciful and unforgiving. This is why, and only worry about yourself. This is why our people they got the concept of I gotta make it out the hood, or I gotta do this, or I gotta do that. They're not worried about everybody in their nation. But when you look at the other nations, you can have a Moabite come over here, set up shop for a year, and then he'll, with that money, bring his family over, and then give them some money. They'll open up the shop, and they will continue this over and over. You see this with all the other nations. And ultimately, when you look at the heathen, they got this concept from us. They were just wild savages. Okay, they were just like Esau and them, but a wild savage. But when you look at what's his name, Muhammad, he did what? He took the customs of our people, and then he created Islam with the wicked Israelites. But they took the concept of being brotherly from our people. Even with the Moabites, they took all the nations took our concept. When they brought us down, they basically took everything from us that they wanted. And we lost who we was. But being born again, we're coming back into the true spirit, which is of love. That's the true spirit. Loving brothers fervently. Fervently means continually, not giving up, because Yahushua said that even the Republicans, they love their own friends. He says there's no reward in that. You get rewards when you love people outside of your circle, because you got brothers that they only bang with the people in their specific group. They don't mess with people outside of their group. Even though there is no doctrine different, they won't mess with them just because they're not in their specific clique. And Yahushua said there's no reward in that, because even the wicked do that. And really, that's just a nigga mentality. Still with the cliques stuff. The other heathens don't have cliques. They all one people. The heathens don't have cliques. They don't have that. Okay. You want to have something?
Thank God. I was just said that Mark 7.
I bring this out while you're looking for it.
Combo.
This is Colossians 3 and 7. It says, in the which ye also walked sometime when you lived in them. It says, but now ye also put off all those anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. It says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge, after the image of him that created him. You know, so basically you're becoming a whole new person, man. You know, you're becoming a whole new person. You're not, the scripture speaks about being slow to anger, you know, being it says wrath rests in the bosom of, or anger rests in the bosom of a fool. And it talks about not avenging yourself, it talks about, the scripture speaks about charity, and it says filthy communication. We know that's not swearing. Filthy communication deals with doctrine, man. So you're becoming a new man once you put off all of these things. You're walking in newness of life.
Read that last part again.
It says, 10, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge, after the image of him that created him.
Okay, he said after the image of him that created him. So let's look into what the image is of the Creator. This is 1 John 4:7. It says, beloved, which is the elect. It says, let us love one another, for love is of Yahweh. And everyone that loveth is born of Yahweh, and knoweth Yahweh. He that loveth not knoweth not Yahweh, for Yahweh is love. So, like the scripture just said, the spirit after the Creator, which is of love. That's the image of the spirit of the Creator, is of love. And again, of that, you're not in the spirit of the Creator. And that's why scripture say, if we worship, we gotta worship in spirit. And the spirit is of what? It's of love. So if you're not worshiping, if you don't have love in your ministry, then you're not serving Yahweh, because you can't serve him but in the spirit. And the spirit is of love. So if you're not serving him, if you're not serving in the spirit of love, you're not serving Yahweh. So that's why you're gonna have people that's saying, Lord, Lord, haven't we done all this in your name? He's like, I never knew you. Why? Because you didn't keep the commandment, which was love your neighbors as yourself. You didn't want to incorporate love. So with that, you didn't he wasn't in the right spirit, so you wasn't serving him. He never knew you. You basically didn't even clock in. That's scary. Because you could be at work working and not clocked in. Go home, you look at your paycheck at the end of the week like, yo, I was at work that day. You ain't clock in. Well, if you
All for nothing. Huh?
right, you did that for nothing. And if you out here preaching in this ministry, but if you don't have love within that, you be working without clocking in. You wasting your time. You out here working, you might as well clock in.
This is a quick one, just to land back. This was in Psalms 119, verse 7. It says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed according to thy word. Taking heed according to thy word, which we know Yahushua is the word, and he comes to the will of the fruit of the Most High, the image, man. You understand that, hey, man, this is how we get renewed. This is how we, the whole concept of being baptized, being made clean, right? Renewing ourselves. That's the only way, man. We truly take heed. You know what I'm saying? Slam back the point I was making earlier. This is in Mark 9 and start 38. Yeah, we start 38. It says, and John answered him, saying, Master, we saw when casting out devils in thy name, and he followed not us. And we forbade him because he followed not us. But Yahushua said, forbid him not. For there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. It says, for he that is not against us is on our part.
And that's what I was telling the brother to mine earlier. When people got problems with you, listen, just keep it simple. Be like Yahushua was. Teach like Yahushua taught. Okay. And if you teach how Yahushua taught, and you come in that spirit, only a demon is going to come up against you. You got to be a complete demon to come up against somebody who wants love for their people, who wants mercy and forgiveness for their people. You got to be a demon and come up against that. Read that part again?
Or at least have a demon on you, The last part says, he that is not against us is on our part.
Yeah, because it's how can a person come in Yahweh Shem Shah with correct doctrine and he speak exactly in the ways of Yahweh Shah? Because people think only Yahweh Shah was talking about love, forgiveness, and mercy. But Paul spoke about love, forgiveness, and mercy, and Peter, love, forgiveness, and mercy. They all was on the same accord. So Yahweh Shah said, if somebody's coming at my name and they're talking about forgiveness, love, and mercy, how can it be against what we're doing? How can it be against me if they're doing what I want them to do? Because you got guys out here, they're in the scripts, but they're not coming in the right spirit. All they're talking about is death, destruction, mayhem, and carnage. That's all they want to talk about. That's all they want to talk about. But where's the mercy? Yahushua said he came to save lives, not destroy them. He came to save lives. Now we out there preaching, okay, you can go into destruction, you can go into prophecy, but when you do the sit downs, is he going to be in the same spirit? Where's the love in the ministry? Yahushua constantly talk about forgiveness and mercy. That was the one thing I never liked about the church. They was always so-called judgmental. They was always looking at people wrong, like, oh, y'all got tattoos, y'all never gonna be a part of this, or y'all they was never forgiven. And you got a lot of people in this truth, they're in a Christian mentality in the sense of forgiveness and being so-called judgmental, which it can be of the law. But people forget that Yahushua says 70 times 7. You gotta show forgiveness. So even if you do go off, you gotta try to. It says you gotta restore a brother when he's in his fault. You gotta try to restore. And it says don't say. And then it says you gotta do it in a humbling way, or you're going to be judged.
If you don't mind, just to land back, brother, it talks about pulling brothers to the side secretly. You know what I mean? Speaking of brothers, if there's a fault against a brother, you pull them to the side, you speak to them, let them know. You don't just fly off the handle. Be ready to kill a brother. You know what I mean? That's all.
That goes into least I'll be tempted, because you can get on a brother for smoking, but what if you smoked in the world? Now how about Shimei Shah? He's gonna be like, oh, I forgave you for smoking, but you're gonna come down on him crazy for smoking. Now you're gonna look crazy now. I forgave you for that. So now how you gonna look at him crazy for that? You gotta be out of your mind.
I was gonna hold Mark 9. This is in Titus 3, start at the top. It says, put them in mind to be subject to principality and powers, to obey magistrates, to be ready to every good work, to speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, showing all meekness unto all men. It says, for we ourselves were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful, and hating one another.
So this is going into basically have mercy, because you was once in that situation. So you have mercy because you was once in that situation. When you go to Matthew 5 and 7 and go into the ones that are merciful are going to receive mercy. So we got to have mercy to give mercy. And that's the thing about Yahushua, because when he came, he wasn't judging people like that. Even the wife that committed adultery, he wasn't going crazy on her. Why? Because Yahushua knew that he committed adultery with his father, Yahweh, messing with all these other gods when he was Solomon. That's also why he said there's no good but Yahweh, because he knew he did. So if he were to condemn the woman for adultery, he would have been setting himself up to be destroyed. He'd been setting himself up because he committed adultery too. That's what scripture say, judge not, lest thou be judged. So if you judge somebody on something that you did, now you're in trouble. You gotta have that same mercy, because all of us came from a life of sin, because we were all born Gentiles, in a sense of being strangers to our nationality. And even us in the truth, still to this day, we mess up. We still mess up. We still growing in this.
There's more on this. Okay. Verse 3 says, for we ourselves were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful, and hating one another. But after that, the kindness and love of Yahushua, our Savior, toward man appeared, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy he saved us, by the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Spirit.
And what's that? That's us coming into this truth and waking up. We didn't get woken up because we did something good. We got woken up because of mercy. We didn't do nothing. We got woken up because of mercy. That's what they're saying. We got woken up because of mercy. The Spirit came to us, allowed us to, the angel that was over us allowed us, our minds to open up and understand the truth. And it wasn't because we did anything good. I remember when I came into the truth, I think I still had pork in my system as I was getting the truth. Because the day before I was eating pork because of the job I worked at. But so That was Yahweh Shimon Shah. He was rewarding me good for doing evil. And this is why we don't reward evil for evil. That's why Yahweh Shah said, bless them that curse you. We were blessed when we were cursing Yahweh Shimon Shah. He blessed us to give us his knowledge. There's brothers that were smoking before they came in. It's probably the same week. Brothers committed adultery probably the same week. And Yahweh Shimon Shah poured us out of that filthiness and gave us this truth. So just to look at somebody, look down on somebody else, you got to be out of your mind knowing what you came from. You got to be out of your mind.
He said, he without sin, let him cast the first stone.
And that went over Jake's head. And the truth. And the truth. Even in the truth. You got Jake casting stones, making videos on people. How are you casting stones with sin? You didn't. Yahweh Shah couldn't even throw a stone. You see, he didn't throw one. This is why when she came up, he didn't even throw one. Because he knew he did something in his past life. So how can he throw it?
Just want to bring this out, brothers. Just goes with the overall theme of just just being a new man. You know what I mean? This is Luke 6:27. It says, "But I say unto you, which hear, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you, bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you." And this ain't talking about your enemies, is in the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Not talking about your mortal enemy. You know. Well, I mean, it says be at peace with all men, but still, this is talking about your people of your kinsmen. You know what I'm saying? The people of thy people, the children of thy people. You know, and it says, bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you. And unto him that smited thee on the one cheek, offer also the other.
It's like real quick. So it says, bless them that curse you, because if you look, this is the scripture. I don't know on the top of my head, but it says Yahweh Shimon Shah. Basically, he hears the prayers of the righteous. So if we send up prayers because we obviously believe they're going to come to pass. Now we also send up curses because we believe they're going to come to pass. It makes more sense if a brother come up against you to send up prayers on him than to send up curses. That's a murderous spirit. You would rather see your brother be destroyed than to send up blessings on him to see him repent. How is that going to look like when Yahweh Shimon Shah, when that prayer comes up the pipeline? How is that going to look like for you? When Yahweh Shah said out of his own mouth, that's Yahweh Shah, right?
Con.
Yahweh Shah said out of his own mouth, bless them to curse you. So people to come up against you, you're supposed to bless them. Send up prayers for them. Like, Lord willing, this brother repent. That makes more sense. This is what Yahweh Shah wants. But people want to put up curses. You're going literally against what he said.
Great.
Matter of fact, you can read it again, bro, just so they know we ain't making this up.
Con, it says, bless, this is Luke 6:27 and 28, Salaki. Bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you. It says, and verse 29, and unto him that smiteth thee on the one cheek, I think that was the point. And it says, unto him that smiteth thee on the one cheek, offer also the other.
So you're going to give, that's going into giving brothers chances. They're going to 70 times 7 because brothers, they're like, nah, he hit me on this cheek. We're done here now. We're done. How should I say, no, give him a second chance. He hit you on that side, give him a second chance. Maybe he might not do the same thing on the other side.
That reminds me of King David, Salaki, brother. So that reminds me, bro. Oh, is it, bro? I felt something, right? Bro. Yeah, Con. Wow, brother. That reminded me of King David when Saul was trapped. He was trying to get his life. You know what I mean? He was he didn't want no ill will to come to him, man. You know what I mean? He actually wanted him he actually was calling him, considering him his brother, man.
His Lord.
Yeah.
The king. His father.
Even though he was out for blood.
Tried to kill him 3 times, over 3 times.
Yeah. That's the house. That's the spirit you should be when you're part of the house of David. The house of Saul is more. I'm vindictive. I want to kill you. I want to send up a curse against my brother. You know what I mean? I just wanted to.
That's sick, bro. That's sick shit.
It is.
But King David, he was. But let's go to show you the house of David. They're going to be merciful like that. And matter of fact, one of the times that he showed mercy after he tried to kill him, when he cut off his garment, Saul said, King Saul, he said, surely thou art going to be the king one day. Surely thou art going to be the king over all Israel, because he said, who has mercy on his enemies?
Mm.
That was a dead giveaway on how to be of the 144, how to be of the elect, having mercy on even the people, Israelites, who are coming up against you. And this is what Yahweh Shah is telling us to do right here. He's literally giving us the blueprint. But people can't do that. Say, "No, I'm sending the curses on this nigga." What? Well, what did the Lord say to do? That's Luke 6.
This is Luke 6:29 right here.
That's it on that? Or you get more?
Oh, it's a little bit more on it.
Count more. I think done. You're at 46.
Come. It says, "In him that taketh away thy cloak, forbid not to take thy coat also."
And that's going into basically, yeah, you going over and above the situation. You trying to basically have peace. If a brother like if it's like a small matter, and we're not talking about the law. If it's something like a small matter outside of the law, and you just gotta take the L for the sake of peace. Just take the L. But it's not nothing law related. Just take the L for the sake of peace. This is what Yahweh Shah wants.
It says, verse 30, "Give to every man that asketh of thee, and him that taketh away thy goods, ask them not again." So you're not even supposed to be trying to get stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And why does it say that? Because when you read the Apocrypha, it tells you that the things that you give out, you're going to get it back. They tell you that in Galatians 6 chapter 2. The things that you put out, you're going to get back.
And if not from him, then from the Lord.
Time.
Verse 31, "And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise."
Forgiveness, mercy, because everybody want forgiveness. Everybody want to be 144, but they're not acting like it. Y'all doing a lot of lip talk, but y'all ain't acting like it. If you really want forgiveness from Yahweh Shem Shah, you would give that forgiveness back. If you really want mercy, you would give that mercy back. That's how you know brothers, they don't really want to be saved out here, because they don't want to give out mercy. So they're not going to get it. They don't want to give out forgiveness, so they're not going to get it. They don't want to give out charity, so they're not going to get it. You setting yourself, you are literally hanging yourself out here. You're hanging yourself because you don't want to give it back. Forgiveness, mercy, it just said basically it's saying you give what you want to get. So when you forgive and have mercy and charity, it's in a sense it's for yourself. It's so you can get it back. It's so you can get it back. It's not really for that person. It's for you. So if you hang on to anger, you don't want to be forgiven, you don't want to have mercy, you setting yourself up. That's just showing Yahweh Shem Shai how you want to be treated. Matter of fact, the one story, I believe is the parable, is going into Yahweh Shai was talking about when I was hungered and in thirst, naked and in prison and sick. He said, y'all basically shitted on me. And all these times. And they said, when did we do this? He said, when you did it to my men. So the way you treat brothers is the way Yahweh Shem Shai is looking at how you treat him, because he's not here. So the way you got to show your love and affection for him is how you treat brothers. That's how you show it. And a brother is somebody who's pushing his rock. And then right here, it even says you got to have mercy even on the ones that's coming up against you too. So it's not just the ones you like, it's the ones that's coming up against you too. So you can't choose. It goes into the fervent love, which fervent means basically without ceasing or without stopping. So you're going to be giving it to people who coming up against you. You're going to be giving it to jinx coming up against you, and the jinx is on your team. You can't just have it the way you want to have it.
That's right. It says that in Job, you know what I'm saying? The Most High gives good and not evil. You know, you're going to get both sides. Like, you just have to bounce with everything, you know?
This is just the last one right here, bro. This was kind of the main reason I went here. It said, "For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye? For the sinners also love those that love them." And this is something you mentioned earlier. You know, you were speaking. You know, it's easy to love the people that love you, or to do good to people that do good to you. You know, or do good to people that's part of your circle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But what about beyond that? You know, that's part of that new man as well. You know, you got to do good to those people too.
God, it says Yahweh, he reign on the just and the unjust. And then Yahushua said, matter of fact, keep reading on that. I think this tells you.
It says, and if you do good to them which do good to you, what thank have ye?
So there's no reward for doing the good just to the people who doing good to you. You ain't gonna fucking reward that. It's like what the brother Tamayim just mentioned, was basically quoted by Job. He said, "How can I expect good from Yahweh and not the evil?" So read that one again.
It says, and if ye do good to them which do good to you, what thank have ye?
Yeah, because Satan actually said to Yahweh, Job was only serving you because you giving him all this good. I bet you if he do bad, he ain't gonna rock with you no more. So we be willing to do good to the ones that do bad and to do good to us. And Yahushua saying it out his mouth, we got to do it. The Lord is saying out his own mouth. And this isn't even enough for people to listen to that. This isn't the Lord saying out his own mouth isn't even enough. That's sick. That's how sick our people is.
That's highly sick.
Hey, yo, bro, help him out. No, man, fuck that nigga, cuz. What about the Lord? Yo, fuck that nigga, cuz. Wow.
That is sick. Yeah,
The Lord said it.
That's red letter, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's sick. It says, what thank have ye? For the sinners also do even the same.
Yes. Yes. That goes to the script where it says the world take care of its own. So the world take care of its own. The world does that. So first of all, when you go into the word holy or saint, it goes into the word separate, set apart. So we're not supposed to be like it. We're supposed to be better than these people. Supposed to be better than these people.
Learn out the way of the heathen. That's how they do.
Exactly. Which they stole our country.
Yeah.
Which we just talked about this. The heathen stole our country. This is why they love each other. They stole that from us. They basically, we took their book and they took our book. Because when you look at the time of Noah, they was all raping and killing. This is when the heathen were basically out here doing whatever they want to do. They was raping, killing. There was no love in these streets. Unless it was of the Holy See. Outside of that, the seed of Cain, it was all wickedness. Because why? Because they didn't have our rules, our regulation. They didn't roll by this. They was murderers. They committed adultery. All the other sin they did. But then when you fast forward to the future, everything was stolen from us, and we took on their customs.
This whole thing is like, yeah, keep going.
Matter of fact, just jump to 46.
Verse 46, it says, and why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
So why y'all got the scripts? Why y'all claim Yahweh Shem Shai, but y'all not showing love and forgiveness and mercy out here? You're wasting your time. You are wasting your time. If it was up to me, if I had to do this for fun, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say me, but a regular person, if they had to do this for fun, or go be in the world, they would obviously choose the world. Why would you do this for fun? Everybody hates us. We gotta feel sick to our stomach when we see sodomites. We feel upset when we see women ruling over men. I don't know about them, but that's how I feel. I see women ruling over men being base. It makes me sick. Yeah. Women acting like alpha males, calling dudes side men, and he's just a number. That stuff makes me just sick to my stomach. It makes me pissed off. To see wickedness literally pisses me off. People eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. That shit makes me sick. It gets me so pissed. So if I had to choose between always being pissed and upset and mourning over just loving the world, because when I was in the world, I didn't have these problems. I didn't really give a fuck what nobody else did. I was just on my own thing, just trying to be a boxer, just doing my thing. Nothing fazed me. I was just in my own little world. But now everything bothers me. So who would choose to live angry over being happy? You don't choose this life for fun. This isn't a life to choose for fun. This isn't it. So if you, like that's what I was saying earlier, if you want a job, you working, you might as well clock in. Don't do this for fun. Just follow what the Lord says.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, that whole thing is pretty cold.
I got a scripture.
Brother's gospel.
I have a scripture. This is Mark the 11th. Let's start at verse 24. So therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, Lord your house shall feed you. When ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. And when ye stand praying, forgive if ye ought against any, that your Father also which is in heaven may forgive your trespass. But if ye do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive your trespasses. No, that's why. And when we go up that Lord's Prayer, we ask the Lord to forgive us for our trespasses. But ultimately, it's not going to mean much if you ain't out here forgiving, you know what I'm saying, those that trespass against you, and you know what I'm saying, giving out that same sentiment, man. You know, it's all for nothing, man. You know, that's why it's so important, like the brother's going into, to push the vibration to, you know, mercy, forgiveness, you know, kindness, and love, man. Because if you're not giving that out, ultimately, man, you ain't gonna receive none of that. You know what I'm saying? Which is a very heavy thing, because we all need those things, man. We need mercy, man. We need forgiveness, man. You know what I'm saying? We need those things, man. Badly. You know what I'm saying? It's heavy, man. It's real serious, man. It's not a you know what I'm saying? So whoever's out there listening, whoever's tuned in, man, like, hey, man, like cut it out, man. We gotta be more forgiving, man. We gotta love one another for real, man. Especially in these times that we're living in. It's not the time. It's not the time for that, man.
James 4, that's also verse 5. This is James 4, verse 7. It says, submit yourselves therefore to Yahweh Shem Shai. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to Yahweh Shem Shai, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. It says, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, the joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. Verse 11 says, speak not evil of one another, brethren. It says, speak not evil one of another, brethren. It says, he that speaketh evil of his brother and judges his brother, speak evil of the law and judgeth the law. But if thou judgest the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you're not a doer, but a judge, man. Okay? You're not a doer, but a judge, like we're reading, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's gonna be like the author going into, you know, judge unless ye be judged, man. You know, because we don't want to get judged. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to get judged for the things that we did, man. You know, we're trying to get exempt. That's that mark. You know what I'm saying? And part of that mark is love, forgiveness, mercy. These are all the many things that go into this, man. Because in order to receive that thing, that's why the scripture says, a man think of himself, so shall he be. Or, you know what I'm saying, the things that you put, you know what I'm saying, in your mind is where your mind is, where your heart is also. Roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, that's where your treasure is. So you want your treasure to be focused on heavenly things, man. Mercy, you know, forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? These things, man. Hoping the Lord forgive your trespasses. You want to push, that's the treasures, man, that you want to have in your mind, that you want to push out, man.
Just before I get to chapter 5, this is verse 12. James chapter 4 says, there is one lawgiver who is able to save and to destroy. Who art thou that judgest another?
Right, there's one lawgiver, man, and that's Yahweh by Shem Shai. Who are you? Who are you to judge another man, man? Lest ye be judged, man. Or if you could judge somebody about you, then you're making yourself a hypocrite, man. By jumping the gun on somebody else. Now your ass out here tempted to do something, and now you a hypocrite, man. The Lord hates hypocrites. He hates liars, man. Because now you putting yourself in a position where there's slim to none for you to even, because none of us could keep that stuff. You know what I'm saying, bro? So now you putting yourself in a predicament where it's like, man, I'm about to get judged now. Because you put yourself at a very tight and slim to none. The chances of even getting anything when you do that, man.
Like you said, we all sin. We all fell short. So if you know what I'm saying, you can't basically, you gotta have mercy. That's the whole thing. You know, if you want mercy, you gotta have mercy for your brother.
I have one. Let's play that. You have one?
I was just gonna go to chapter 5. And you bring it to that.
I mean, if you have more, let's see.
I was gonna go to chapter 5. there's a few verses. So
I just wanted to bring this out. It's about the trespassing brother. In Matthew 18, I want to start at verse 21. It's Matthew 18 and 21. It says, "Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Yahushua saith unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. And that,
Completion upon completion upon completion. All right, unlimited amount of forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like to 100 miles per hour with it. You know what I'm saying? Like how they say 0 to 100 real quick. Yeah, 0 to 100 real quick with that forgiveness, though. 0 to 100 real quick with that mercy.
That goes to turn the other cheek.
Right.
Get you on this one, turn the other one. I already got another one for you.
it says, therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him.
Read this, bro. Read
Is that fire out?
Read it, bro.
Is that fire out? It says, one was brought unto him. Man, this right here, man, this is important, man. It says, which owed him 10,000 talents. Before as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children and all that he had in payment to be made.
Bring it out.
The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion and loosed him and forgave him the debt. But the same servant, and this is how a lot of brothers are, man. This is how a lot of brothers are right here. This next passage. It says, but the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence, and he laid hands on him, and took him by the throat, saying, pay me that thou owest. So he didn't show the same forgiveness, man. He didn't show the same forgiveness. You know, the servant, the person that owed him some money, he had to give him, you know, run me my bread.
I'm gonna need all that, right?
My whole thing.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to put hands and feet on the man.
That's wild, bro. Choking him out, man.
Ready to put him, grab him by the neck.
Bands on bands.
Wild.
Holding vessels.
Right, God, bro. He owed him that little bit of, and you see that in the world too. Jacob off somebody for $5. Yo, run my bread.
Wildin' too. Gun to his head, all of that.
Right.
Come on, get money, man.
They gonna owe you nothing for $50, man. Come on.
Meanwhile, they got bands like Jason Terry to your house.
God.
We out here playing. That's a that is a representation of sin. You got brothers out here. They owe this unpayable amount of debt. How about Shimi Al-Shad? And they begging him for mercy.
Yeah.
But when you come to one of your brothers, you ready to yoke him up over $5.
Yeah, they got a little trespass or a
Right.
fault. Come. And the Most High, because the wages of sin is death. You know, you're supposed to pay in blood.
Right.
You owe the Most High. You're really supposed to pay.
He's playing on house money.
That's
Huh?
what I'm saying.
You're
You're
supposed
supposed
to
to die 20 times over by now.
Bro.
So you out here judging other people?
That's right. And it says, and his fellow servant fell down at his feet. Salaki, verse 29.
Yeah.
And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. And he would not. So he wouldn't have patience with the man. You
Put him
know?
in prison.
Because if you read on, it says, but went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt. And verse 31, so when his fellow servant saw what was done, they were very sorry, and came and told unto their Lord all that was done. Then his Lord, after that he had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant. So you're wicked. You're wicked as heck when you don't exercise forgiveness and love, giving your brother his trespasses. You're a wicked servant.
Wow.
And you're spinning your wheels. Because
Wow.
like the brother brought out, you out here not even clocking in. You're spinning your wheels. You out here tinkering. You're making noise out here. Nothing more.
Man.
And it says, and unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that day, all them sins that mount up to heaven. And because thou desiredest me, shouldest not thou also have compassion on thy servant, even as I have pity on you? And his Lord was wroth and delivered him to the tormentors. You don't want to get delivered to the tormentors. Till he should pay all that was due unto him.
Oh,
That's it. That's it.
damn. Man, you're gonna catch a whole lot of hell. See, so if you moving like that, you about to catch a whole lot of hell, man. Because he said he's gonna deliver you to the tormentors, man.
Just gonna finish it up on the next one.
So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not every one his brother their trespasses.
Look at that.
So you better have some forgiveness. You better have some charity. You know, you better be exercising a whole lot of love, man. Because if you don't, then there's a missile with your name on it, or there's a wild dog, wild beast with your name on it. God,
man.
Well, you know, it's all manner, straight bullet, all kinds of stuff.
Nasty out here.
The Most High is the king of terrors, man. It's best to just forgive your brother, man. Treat him with a whole lot of, treat him like they're better than yourself. You better be doing it, or you better, or die.
Oh man.
This is back in James. I'm going to start with chapter 5 and verse 11. It says, be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. It says, grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. It says, take my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. It says, behold, we count them happy which endured. We have heard of the patience of Job, which we told that down, It says, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
When you go to Job, the 42nd chapter, throughout the beginning of the book, you first see Job's friends, and then they came to mourn with him, and then eventually Job kept catching hell, and his brother started looking at him crazy, like, and talking like, yo, he got to be doing something wicked, be constantly catching all this hell. And Job, they tried to tell him, like, I don't know, Job told him, like, yo, I don't know what's going on out here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why the sudden shift, why I'm doing catching all this hell. And then his friends are like, nah, man, you got to be doing something out here wicked that we don't know about. So basically, they kind of like turned his back on him. And then throughout the end of the book, you see Job's friends, they try to turn around and pray for something. And then Yahweh told him, like, no, I'm not hearing y'all prayers anymore. If y'all want my mercy, go to Job and ask him to pray for y'all. And then what ended up happening was Job prayed for his friends, and then in having that mercy, Yahweh said, you know what, Job? They came up against you, they didn't have faith in you, they didn't trust in you anymore. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grant their prayers, but for you having mercy, I'm gonna give you all your riches back and some. But the point is, Job, he had mercy and was rewarded. So, and that goes into the pitiful case of Job, and at the end he was restored. Even though his friends came up against him, he lost everything, he still had his mercy and his integrity, and he was rewarded in the end. And his friends, they was coming up against him. It's like when I got hit by the car, in my mind, I'm thinking brother's probably looking at me crazy, like, I don't know what that brother was doing to get hit by that car. He had to have been doing something. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, I don't know what, I mean, there was a couple of things that came to mind, but nothing in my mind to result in the situation that I was put in. But in my mind, I'm thinking that brother's looking at me crazy, like, yo, what he doing? He got to be committing adultery. He got to be probably smoking weed. He got to be doing something out here. They get hit by a car, and it's in the hospital 7 days. That doesn't just happen to anybody. That's not a normal thing that happens. But even thinking like that can get you in a bad spot. With Job, friends, they got put in a bad spot for looking at Job that way. How and then he got angry at him like y'all basically being evil for looking at him like that. So even when brothers get so-called judgment, you gotta be careful how you look at him because Yahweh can turn around and he can be angry with you for doing that. Like he didn't do anything wrong. I just so happened to let it be that way. But since you want to try to basically be like an asshole about it, that's why we was reading the card. Romans, I think it was 12:15. Rejoice with them that rejoice and weep with them that weep. But now you want to look at him like, nah, he a wicked ass nigga. This happened to him and that. Fuck him.
Oh,
Now, how about you start looking at you like, who told you to do that?
Yeah.
My man Paul said that you got to weep with them that weep.
That's
So what you doing out here? I didn't tell you to do that.
Yeah, because that's why you shouldn't be all hard in this truth. You know, have that hardened heart. You know, because like what we were bringing out before the camera was on, you know, you can't be out here talking about, you know, hey, the Most High man's going to the Lord. Most High be taking people out. You know, you got to show some charity. That'd be pitiful. Yeah, man. Cry with those that cry, and you know what was the
Rejoice with them that rejoice.
rejoice with them that rejoice.
I got it straight. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 46. It says, "Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing." And we know we like, man, the Lord return. So like, he ain't here yet. So you still got the opportunity to practice this. You know what I mean? Mercy, charity, and love and kindness. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna adopt that. You know what I'm saying? And put that and wear that because this is not the time. You know what I'm saying? It says, verily I say unto you.
Real quick, bro.
Come.
Because you got brothers that been in the shoot for 5+ years to this day that literally believes that forgiveness and mercy and love is for the person that you're giving it to. But how can it be for them if you need to give it out for you to get it? That's for you. That's not for them. That's for you. When you go to work and clock in, you're not really working for the people. You're working so you can feed your family. You're not working for them. Like your boss might say something crazy to you, and you might think like you don't think about how good you're working for him. You're thinking about in your mind, I would quit, but I gotta feed my family. You're not working for actually working for Esau to work for him. You're working for Esau to feed your family. That's why you're doing it. And just like in the truth, I mean, even though we give back forgiveness and mercy, that is for us. We got to do it in the spirit. Not you can't be thinking in the back of my mind. All right, I'm gonna forgive him because I need forgiveness. You're an asshole for that. You gotta want to do it. You gotta want to do it. It's for you, but you gotta want to do it. I'm gonna forgive this nigga, but I don't really like him though, because I know I need it. No, you're an asshole. You might as well kill yourself, because that's what's gonna happen to you. You might as well kill yourself.
Most High.
I was just gonna laugh like real quick because like liking it to a job. I mean, at the end of the day, you're disposable. That you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You could get off. You could get judged, and then he'll just your replacement will be there within a week.
They're not gonna mourn for you. Who's in that applicant?
Come on, bro. And no thought escapes the Most High, so you can't be like, I'm just gonna forgive him just because secretly
Wait.
I want, you know,
Listen,
like you gonna finesse. Yeah.
Matter of fact, and if you are in that spirit, pray that spirit gets taken off, because that happened to me one time. Matter of fact, no, it wasn't exactly like that, because I wanted to forgive a brother, but the spirit wouldn't allow me to do it. I wanted to do it, but I still had bad feelings, even though I wanted to forgive him. So I had prayed for Yahweh to basically, but the spirit on me to take that away, because I wanted to forgive, but I just was constantly angry about it for whatever reason. Right. So I prayed Yahweh basically, and he actually put me through a situation shortly after that made me see, basically humble me down to see from a different angle. And I was like, okay, now I can forgive it. Now I understand more. Now I can see from a different point of view now. So even if you feel like you don't want to forgive, you can pray that spirit comes up, because ultimately it's a demon that will hold you back from not wanting to forgive a brother. So just pray to be stronger to get that spirit off.
Yep. The Most High, man. This just a short, quick little story. It was one time the Most High set it up where I gave a brother forgiveness on accident, but it ended up being on purpose. on purpose because it was all set up in the spirit. Like I was talking to another guy, I was saying what's up to him, and the other guy that I had a problem with was like, what's up? And then we started talking from there. Most I set it all up like that because the dude was like right behind him. And I was like, yo, what's up? And he was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, I didn't mean to say this.
But you didn't say that, right? You just roll with it.
I just roll with it, like, you know, and I end up forgiving him for real.
That's
Done.
what's up.
That's right.
It was all an accident though. Like I said, what's up? You know, it's just, wow. Most I set it all up. Like, we end up being real cool.
That's good.
That's powerful. It says, if I can read on verse 47, it says, verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord, the day is coming, he shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You know, which is the portion for, you know what I'm saying, the men that don't want to get down with this program, which is, you know what I mean, loving kindness, mercy, forgiveness. You know, these things are important to Yahweh Shema Shem, especially in the body, in the brotherhood, man.
Yeah. And when you like you just said, you can read that last part.
Ooh, I think it's in Matthew 24. I got you.
Matter of fact, I remember that.
All right.
At the last part, it says a portion is going to basically cut them going down with the wicked, the hypocrites, the wicked. So, and what does that tell you? It's going. These are the people who are going to actually die with people who don't even believe, people who don't even care about the truth, all over because you didn't want to show love, forgiveness, and mercy. So that just goes into all this work you're doing is for nothing if you don't have that. Because obviously he said he's going to die with unbelievers. So you believed, you was putting work in, but you was still being with the drunkards. You would still have that old man on you. You still want to be a nigga. You want to be that crab in a barrel pulling niggas down, not showing mercy. So you got to die with the unbelievers. You, like I said, this ain't the thing to play with. If you want to play around, go back in the world. This ain't the thing to play with. There's plenty of other things Jake can do. Jake is good at everything. I'm pretty sure you was good at something before you came into the truth. Just go back to doing that. This ain't the thing to play with. Have fun somewhere else. This ain't fun. This is about catching ass whooping. That's what this is about. This ain't it. Listen, we counting a sheep to the slaughter. Who the hell allows them to go to slaughter for fun? I mean, we do that because we got like kind of like death wishes. Like we should be pretty sure all the brothers we wouldn't mind getting our head cut off for the Lord. I wouldn't anyway. That's the only I think of brothers lying to go to slaughter. They cut heads off over there. Sign me up.
You know?
But we ain't thinking right. And well, in almost sense, we not thinking right because we know that we know there's glory that comes with death if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you ain't taking it seriously, I wouldn't be lining to die.
Right.
You still got more things to do. You got to go collect that oil. You got to go to where they buying and selling, and you got to get that oil. But we still got time right now.
Right. That's right. Key components, man. Like you got all the knowledge, man. You can have all the breakdowns, man. If you can't get these, you know what I'm saying? This is the most powerful. This is the simplest milky, but it's powerful, man. And that's what it is, bro. That's why the scriptures say like you got to become a little child, man. You got to really like put off that all of that wicked shit, man. Excuse my language, and just become as humble as can be. You know what I mean? As free as word, man. Unless you want to get smoked.
Duck season, y'all hear? You gonna be a duck. Watch out for Elmer Fudd.
Right. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you want to pray to get those spirits off you and ask the Lord, man, to give you a heart, a new heart, man, renewed through the Spirit, man.
Done.
Something else you
Yeah, bro. Here you go. This is in Daniel 12 and 10. Many shall be purified and made many shall be purified and made white and tried But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
Yeah, so you're gonna have jakes. They're gonna wake up, but then you're gonna have the jakes. They're not gonna. You're gonna have the righteous. They're gonna understand that. They're gonna eventually understand this is about love, forgiveness, and mercy, and they're gonna run with it. They're gonna put on the spirit of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of Yahweh, and which is of love, which is just got in John 4, 1 John 4:7 and 8, which is the spirit of love. You got brothers that's gonna wake up and they're gonna cling to that eventually, and then run down that path. And then you got brothers that's gonna come up, that's gonna wake up to this truth, and they're not gonna find that. They're gonna think this is about the law. They're gonna think this is about tearing people down. They're gonna think this is about kill, murder. They're gonna think this is about judgment. But this isn't about that. Yahweh Shai said, you don't know the spirit in which I came in. He came to save, not destroy. And we know there's gonna be a time for saving and a time for hunting. We are not in that hunting. It's not hunting time yet.
Right.
Yahweh Shai ain't out here hunting yet. So why would we out here hunting and killing
Right.
and destroying? We out here to save right now. This is the saving time. It's gonna be a time to kill, but we ain't there yet. Yahweh Shai got first dibs. How you put curse on people? Yahweh Shai got first dibs. He got first dibs. He already died for his. So he the first one in line to get the latest SmackDown.
You're gonna get his lick back first.
Right, he get his lick back first. He had the because when you look at Yahweh Shai, his life, his whole life as Yahweh Shai in the flesh was basically him coming into the truth, which was he had to live the best life he could, and he had to follow orders to the T. Because we all know Yahweh Shai wanted to slay those Romans. That's why he told them, like, listen, he basically told them it was up to me. I could pray to my Father right now, slaughter all y'all. But I'm laying my life down. Why? Because it was according to prophecy. So he had to do it. But if it was up to him, he would have laid that shit all down. We already know that. But he was following the script. And right now, but he lived his whole life as being in the truth. So he already lived how we live. He overcame everything, and now he's first. He's first up to get the recompense. And you're gonna see the 144 is going to get raised up, but we didn't finish our course yet. So how can anybody, nobody on earth right now can put their bid in for whooping some ass yet, because they didn't run their course yet. Nobody, because first off, you need to die to get the glory first. And none of us have fully died yet. We haven't been fully proven yet. If we did, the elect would have been sealed.
This is Daniel 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. There shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. It says, they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. So particular people, man, are going to be shining, man. Wise, man. Are going to come in a particular spirit, in spirit of love, charity, man. Being patient with brothers, and it says, I read Genesis, the wicked shall be wickedly, none of the wicked will understand, man. But the people who are going to be delivered, ultimately going to be saved, and we're going to be enduring to the end. You got to understand, like the brothers bringing up, we got to run our course, and we got to have mercy, just like.
I can bring out something real quick. This is Sirach 15 and 9. It said the number. So life is short. It says as a drop of water unto the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of the sand, so are 1,000 years into the days of eternity. Now the scriptures say man knows not his time. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, life is short, man. You want to be able to put on this loving kindness because you don't know how much time you got, and you want to try to put in as much good works as you can, man, before that day comes. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, it's not that long of a lifetime. You feel me? So it's like to put that on in your everyday life shouldn't even be that much of a, for what you're gonna receive. It shouldn't be that much of a hard thing for men to do. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because life is short, bro. Like, feel me? You can put this on. Yeah.
I was saying, what kind of sick person would think it's hard to love your brother, to show him mercy and forgive? What kind of a sick? You got to be a sick person to not want to show forgiveness and mercy to brother. You got to be sick. Like, man, I just wish that he would die already. What? You wish he would? Oh, yeah, right. You wish he would die.
Right.
Don't you wish he would repent and change?
Mm.
No, I wish he would die. Wow.
But you want to get beamed up in the cherry.
Right.
You want to take it to the cherry.
How that makes sense?
You want to make it alone, right?
Yeah,
That goes back to that nigga spirit. You only want to get yourself out. You sick. You only want to get yourself out. What about the squad?
Yeah.
What about the squad? Don't you want to make it with the squad? Damn.
Ain't no fun if the 144 thing happened.
Right. God, the whole team got to get in. That's what Yahweh Shai said. He's not even going to drink again until to the elect is going to be sitting at the table renewed.
That's right. Teamwork make the dream work.
Time. And that's how they would say in the world, real nigga shit. That's how they would say it in the world. But that's like real 144 shit right there. Yahweh Shai said, I ain't even gonna drink no more until y'all here. I'm waiting for y'all to get back so I can have my fun. That's real right there.
Yeah, that's official. Like you said in that scripture, I remember one time you looked in your lesson said, your adversaries, I'll make my adversaries and your enemies my enemies. Like the Lord is down the ride, so how much more us?
Bro,
If the Lord down the ride for you, why you ain't down the ride for your bro?
bro. He died for you. You know what I'm saying? Like he laid it down. That's a real dude. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call out Lord that, but I'm saying he's a real guy. You know,
Yeah,
You
real
know,
guy.
he's real official. He's official tissue.
Girls be like, you ain't no real man. Yahweh Shai, he the real man.
he's a real one. That's right.
That's who you want to try to be like. Yahweh Shai.
Keep it 100.
I had
Oh, 100.
something. This is 1 Corinthians 13. I was going to start at the top. It says, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal.
Yeah. Yep. So that ain't the new song, man. You know the scripture says that the elect will be singing the new song. You know what I'm saying? The song of Moses and the song of the Lamb. You ain't even singing the song, man. You're tinkling cymbal, man. Get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to sing this beautiful song, man. You know? It gotta be beautiful. It can't be sounding all bland. Like nobody gonna take like music. Nobody wanna bump that, man.
It says, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries, man, because brothers, they know all the breakdowns. They understand all the mysteries of the Bible, and they're being prophesying week in and week out, you know, but ain't showing no love.
Tying up all these scripts, all these events.
God,
Where do you find that script at?
God, bro.
That's why it says they have heard from the simplicity which is in the house shy. Something along the roughly paraphrasing, but this is supposed to be a simple thing. You're going deep into all of the scriptures, but you're not understanding the most simple and key component. You know what I'm saying? It's love.
Which is the love, that main ingredient.
Oh, say we got it. Love.
Yeah. It says they understand that they prophesy and they understand all the mysteries because the Bible was sealed up, you know, but now it's unsealed. Brothers is getting all the breakdowns, right? And all the knowledge. And though I have all faith, and so that I could move mountains.
The brother say it's all about faith. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It ain't all about faith. They say this guy had faith to move mountains.
Wow.
And we know Paul had faith. He had faith because if you didn't got faith and what you believe in, you ain't going from town to town trying to lock people up and persecute people. You ain't got faith in something. So it ain't about faith. It ain't about that. I mean, it is about faith, but that's not the end all be all.
Key component.
Come on.
That's right. It says, and have faith so that I could move mountains, and have not charity, and nothing. And charity is that brotherly love.
Come on.
You know?
Got that.
And though I bestow all my
It's like
good,
it made me think about Allen Iverson. Like he had like pure talent. He could pretty much do anything on the basketball court. But then the one thing he didn't have was he didn't believe in teamwork. So he couldn't get the shit. And you look at a guy like Kobe and Shaq, even though they didn't really get along, they had in a sense, we got to do this together to a degree to win a championship. We got to do it together to a degree. And that was the same thing with LeBron. He tried to do it pretty much by himself his first couple years, but then he couldn't do it until he learned what he needed an actual team around him. He needed more help. And it's just like this truth. You can't do it alone. I don't care what kind of gifts you got. Like Saul. Saul was one of the sharpest brothers. He had all the knowledge. He had all the breakdowns. He had prophecy. He had prophecy locked down. He knew all the languages. He knew scriptural law. He knew Roman law. He had everything on lock and key. So he can speak on what you actually need. And he said the most important thing is love.
And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, you can even want to get your head chopped off for the truth.
You ain't gotten that line. You ain't gotten that line. Thinking you about to get on a chariot.
God, bro. You took yourself down.
That is let you know, like, you dying for the truth is not you know what I'm saying, a high honor as you think it is. It could be for nothing, man. You sitting here thinking the Lord about to bless me. You know what I'm saying? Going up to get your head chopped off. I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go up there.
I just
you
know I'm
you looking up at the blade, come down. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you didn't get the memo.
Bro, that's
You
wild,
get
bro.
the memo? Like, oh, dang.
You should have took the chip.
Yeah.
Listen, Jeremiah.
Thinking about the sacrifice a lot here. You know, Jeremiah when talks about the fires and feast there. I hate smelling your song assembly. Like, give your body up. You know what I'm saying? That's not even sacrifice he even like. Like, if you got that, be like, oh, that's the point. You know what I'm saying?
You got nothing to do with that. Keep going.
That's disgusting to the Most High. You look at that like, what was that? What was that you did down there?
Never knew, bro.
It's just like you're approaching him with your words, with your lips, like the scripture says. You're just approaching him with your lips, that's it. There's no action behind that. Your action is this charity.
You was a whole nigga down here, bro. You was a whole nigga down here. All you did was get on brothers, bang on them, not trying to help them. Oh, that's all you did. Putting them on blast, making videos about them. Woo! Sheesh! Where did Yahushua say do that at? Woo!
Time, bro. And then brothers was desperate, you know, to find a camp.
Oh,
You want to touch on it?
No, when you pull up, what about when you pull up on a kid?
woo!
Where is your charity?
They be like, Master, we don't know him. He ain't with us. Bro, what did Yahushua say about that, man?
Nah, we bring it up.
I didn't finish
Run
it.
that out.
Okay, Mark 9. I can get that. But you want that?
All Israel, not of Israel.
Yeah, there's some more on here, but you can grab what you want to grab, bro. That's yeah, man.
That's the old man shit, yo. Y'all know him, bro? Is he cool with y'all? Click? Anybody know him?
Everybody know.
What? Yo, Paul wrote a letter. He said, "Peace be unto all that believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Peace be unto all." So he's writing a letter to people he didn't even know. But if you coming in Yahweh Bashim Yahshua and you truly believe, you are a brother to him.
Wow.
That's
That's
the
the
spirit of
spirit.
the kingdom of heaven.
That's the spirit.
Brothers are
That's
sick.
spirit. Yeah, because now you violating. You violating the Lord now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who he called in here. Now you
Right.
out here saying, yo.
Anybody know him? Well, Yahweh Bashim
Yeah.
Yahshua know him.
Right. God.
That's what I'm saying. He know Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua know him. What you talking about, man?
You the regulator now, right?
Right.
You the regulator.
You the Lord now.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you the lawgiver now. Now you the judge and the lawgiver. That's how your head roll. When you do shit like that.
Ooh.
This is back in St. Mark 9, verse 41. For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, because ye belong to Mashiach, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward.
You reading more?
Huh?
You want to read more?
Yeah.
So it says, whosoever shall, and what is that talking about? Doing a good deed for somebody just off the strength of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. But you got people who come up and they name Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, you looking at them crazy. Y'all know him. We don't know this boy. Yo, why you go? Get out of here, bro. Nobody knows you're around here. Get out of here. But it's just saying you get a reward for that. You get a reward for that.
That's like somebody's giving you the opportunity to actually cover a multitude of sins, and you over here like, that's nice and all, but nah, man, you ain't get off the block.
Get off the block.
Get off the block.
Right, get off the block.
That's dirty.
Those that knew our Father's will and didn't do it, they would be with many stripes.
Woo!
I'm scared of the stripes.
Oh man.
Me too.
Yep, verse 42 says, and whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it says it is better for him that a millstone will hang about his neck and he will cast into the sea.
Oh,
He believed in me.
Oh,
So that means you're turning away brothers that believe.
That's sick, bro. That's sick.
I believe, and I'm coming to you and I'm saying, hey, can I camp with you guys?
Oh, you ain't got no clout, man. You only got what, 10 subscribers? Get out of here, man. Nobody knows you guys.
He's an
Get outta
agent.
here.
He's an
Yeah,
agent.
he's an agent.
He's
Get
an
out of
agent.
here.
Get out of here.
Who sent you? You
Man.
pinky now? Who sent you? Come on, man. Get out of
Man,
here.
We can't tell you where we camping at today, man. We gotta get to know you better, man. You might be agent.
that's sick, man.
You might be an agent.
If I did that, I'd be looking over my shoulder, looking up.
You scared of agents?
No, I'm just saying.
No, not you. I'm saying in
Yeah,
general.
yeah, okay.
You scared of agents? We got the Most High God conducting and running everything.
Like you could stop.
Yeah, like you can stop it. That's why Yahweh Shai said, which one of you can add an inch to his stature? Which one of you can do it? So if you can't control that, how can you control who lives and dies? You look like an asshole. That's why Yahweh Shai said that. Which one of you can control? He said none of y'all can add an inch to your stature,
Right.
and that's light work. How can y'all try to control actually living and dying? You look like a fool. That's what Yahweh Shai said. You might be an agent. You might be an agent.
Like you could stop the agents.
Yeah, like you said, Eve was given the road. You think you turning away somebody is going to stop judgment or stop an agent? He don't need laws to come run down on you.
You don't need nothing.
He can plant guns.
You need nothing.
He can set up a fake. I can't think of a deep fake video.
Oh yeah.
A man of the Lord. It won't be easy. People don't like us as it is.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be hard to fabricate out of the things that we say. It wouldn't be hard to put some words in our mouths here or there and make us look like terrorists. It wouldn't be hard to do that.
Definitely would.
So Esau can easily roll up on anybody and get it done. The reason why he hasn't done this yet is because he's been given bounds that he cannot pass.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't through your own power. You, it's an agent to stay away. High five him to me. We stopped the agent today.
Wow.
No, asshole. It just wasn't the point in time. You ain't do nothing.
Who can resist the will of the Lord, man?
Right.
You know, if you want something done is gonna happen.
He said, my thoughts are not your thoughts. So ultimately, like, you know what I'm saying? If the Heavenly Father want to do that, who made want to stop it?
She said nobody can steady his hand, bro.
And then that, I think about that scripture where it says, who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach?
What was he?
Don't no agent supposed to stop you from doing nothing
Yeah,
anyway.
agent stopped me from showing love. That's sick, bro. Yahweh Shai knew Judas was an agent. He still let him in the
Oh,
camp.
that's a
Wow.
good point. I was thinking of that.
Real
I forgot
accounts
it.
too. And then it talks about false brethren. I think it was Paul said that. Being in the midst of false brethren or whatever.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did say that. He
If you
said,
had people that betrayed the men of the Lord back then, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen again.
And nice. He betrayed the ministry.
but that might be all set up by the Lord anyway.
It is set up by the Lord.
Yeah, and not even might, a lot. Yeah, it's all set up by the Lord. So, you know, it might be something, well, it's definitely something that the Most High wants to do in order to make you a better person sometime, or whatever the case may be.
You think you just gonna just
I'm going
block
to
it?
get past that.
Yeah, I'm going to, yeah. Like you know, Damian Thompson, no, bro. No, bro, you gotta get that.
You
If you don't get it this way, you gonna get it another way.
Yeah.
The scripture say, woe to him that maketh flesh his arm. So now basically you're taking things into your own hands, trying to see how you can slip and slide out there, man.
That could be John the Revelator in the reincarnation. That could be any of the prophets back.
And then you just shutting up, you know, your vows of compassion.
Yeah, John the Baptist, he lived in the wilderness. He built up his fame for doing what he did. It wasn't a point in time where he was a so-called nobody. Or look at Peter, he was definitely nobody. He was just a fisherman. Right, that's all he was.
Yep.
That was going to get heavy judgment, man, if they don't turn away from that.
And the scripture said that Lord Yahushua is at the door. You know what I'm saying? Who are you to try to close the door on people?
I am the right,
What are you
right.
doing, man? You gotta just hope that you get in.
Right.
He said, Lord Yahushua is the door. I am the door, man. And make sure. It's sick, man.
That's crazy, bro. It's like, oh, good, you have a guy. I'm a control who goes in and out this real quick.
You're the
So
door.
You can chill.
I'm the
I'm
door.
gonna see you go in and out this right now. That's fine.
The ball's on you, bro. Say some shit like that.
People's minds at war, man. You guys I can continue here unless you guys.
41.
This says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed, I'm back in 1 Corinthians 13 and 3. It says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long and is kind. So you gotta be long suffering with brothers, man. You can't have a short fuse with brothers. You can't be having had something happen in earlier in your life and take it out on a brother. You know? It says charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up.
And that long suffering goes into endurance. Where Matthew's, I think it's 10:13, says that he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So that's another key component of endurance, which is long suffering. That's another key component.
That's what brothers keep trespassing. For brothers trespass, you got to continue to have that endurance.
Right. That makes sense, man. That makes perfect sense, man. Just keep enduring, man. That makes perfect sense.
Verse 5, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked. So you're not quick to be angry. You know? You thinketh not evil, thinketh no evil, Salaki. Rejoices not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when we which is perfect is come, let's see, I think that's getting into something else. That's it.
But yeah, that's the point, man. Where it goes into it talks about in Ecclesiastes, like vanity of vanities, all this vanity. Like you gotta have love, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have all the knowledge in the world, you could have all the faith in the world. It don't even matter. It's all about where your spirit at, man. It's all about where your heart is at, man. Do you really have the spirit and the heart of the Lord, man? This is be perfect like your Father which is in heaven. It says because the Lord changed not, the sons of Jacob were not consumed. You got that same, you can't change, man. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying, forgiving and enduring that.
That's why the scripture says that the Most High desires truth in the inward parts. He wants you to be, not just be showing it on the outside. You got to be showing some real genuine love.
Yeah, because the Lord is no fool. It said that it says the angels, the eyes of the Lord, they keep knowledge. So if the Lord knows if you're faking the funk too. You know, the eyes of the Lord in every place, behold the evil and the good, man. They know what's up. If you're faking the funk, so it's really like it's best to just submit yourself to it. You know what I'm saying? Hope for the best. Hope that the brothers around you is good too, man. Yeah.
If not, pray for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one. This is Sirach 21:1. It says, my son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more, but ask pardon for thy former sins. So you're gonna have times like where you find yourself messing up, man, but you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't return to that. You know what I'm saying? Have that charity. Have that brotherly love, man. You know? don't, and the scriptures say, be not weary in well doing. So, you know what I'm saying? Anything that put their hands to do it with that might. So you want to try to be like full head of speed with it too. You know what I'm saying?
That's on to that. You just said we're going above and beyond.
That's beautiful too. Like brothers really appreciate that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you go above and beyond like with it,
Yeah.
like that, you know the Lord's gonna be pleased with that.
Okay, I got one more. It's Ecclesiastes 16 and 11. It says, and if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is marvel if he escape unpunished. So marvel goes into basically being shocked. So if there's a stiff neck, basically somebody who's not trying to get down with this, they don't want to show love and mercy and kindness. They said it would be a shocker if these people escape unpunished. It'd be a shocker. It says marvel if they escape unpunished. That'd be a shocking thing that somebody make it out of here unscathed, and they didn't show no love, charity, mercy, kindness, affection, brotherly love. That'd be a shocker. It is not the words of how about Shimei. That'd be a shocker. It says, and if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judges a man according to his works. The sinner shall not escape with his spoils.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It's that balance, man. It's that balance. You have that, you have that love that the Most High shows, and then you have the other side. Ultimately, it's about mercy, man.
If we want to receive that mercy, you know what I'm saying? I got a quick script real quick. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it's stiff-necked people." You know what I'm saying? The one that keep me down with his love and mercy and tender kindness, right? It says, "But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves." So you have a remnant of Jacob that actually come back to our true customs. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the heathen have taken our customs, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? It says, "And shall know that I am the Lord, their power, for I will give them the heart and ears to hear." So the Lord is giving us the heart and the ears to hear this word right now. You know what I'm saying? And to actually do these things, man. It says, "And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord." We are our fathers, doing the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, Kanye, I'm gonna just read this next one. It says, "And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them." So by doing these things, we're going to inherit the land. Scripture tell you the meek shall inherit the earth. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's not all about, you know what I mean, just blacking out on people, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just forgive, man. You know what I'm saying? Try to be more
All the time you got to forgive.
oh yeah. Salakia.
A complete number of times.
Yeah, you gotta forgive all the time. That's better. Yeah, you gotta forgive all the time. And don't let no demon creep up on you thinking that, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gotta forgive. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get judged like that, man. You're gonna get smoked real bad. And you're gonna know what you did too.
Smoke your boots.
You're gonna know what you did wrong too.
Is that anything else?
Okay, so with that, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
give honor to Apostles Nels Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all sincere Aki during afflictions. Keep fighting, keep praying, keep studying, keep fasting. You know, and examine yourself. Make sure you're in the right spirit. Shalak Rayam to the 2/3. Shalom to the left.
Shout Black Ram and Shashua.
Look.